Let us venture back to November 20th, 1992 for a really super fun swell music quiz. Now, this one goes so far back that it wasn't even called the Swell Music Quiz yet. It's simply referred to as the Music Quiz, the Wild Music Quiz Game, the Dumb Music Game, and the Wild Music Thang. That last one gives us our title. Ric Duarte was producing. Once the game gets rolling, the questions from the callers are excellent. The panel, Norm Nathan, I, Tony Nesbitt, Ed Mullen, Jack Harte, and two special guests for hour 2 that you'll just have to stay tuned for to find out. Ed explains the rules, and God help us, and the outnumbered callers who must face such an inquisition from this panel. The categories, just 2, rock, jazz, and big bands. Now please hold your applause until I've completed the list of callers. Ted from Norton, Arnold and Winthrop, John from Milton, Mary and Quincy, Bill from Plymouth, Barry in Boston, Joe the baker, Jim in his car, Patrick from Lexington, Virginia, Bill in Pennsylvania, Kevin from Swampscott, maybe not, Bob in Fitchburg, Jason in New Hampshire, Bill from Raynham, Kevin in Swampscott, Frank from Winthrop, Evelyn in Pennsylvania, Claire from Natick, Fred in Maine, Andrew from New Hampshire, April on the Cape, Tammy in Toronto, Canada, or not, Tom from Stoneham, Rich in Avon, Helen, no, it's Frank from Brockton, Al in Worcester, Pat from Middletown, Ohio, Jody in Maryland, Tracy from Worcester, John in Natick, Paul from Haverhill, Jack in Framingham, John from Bradford, or is that Bradford from John? No, it's John from Bradford. Marianne in Philadelphia, Bob from Peabody, Jerry in Batavia, Illinois, Marion from Lexington, and Joan in Melrose. Thank you. Partial commercials sprinkled throughout. The Hilltop Steakhouse with Tommy Heinsohn. A WBZ News promo voiced by Gary LaPierre. A Staples Super Bowl Moments commercial voiced by Gil Santos. Ovaltine, Gold Bond, and Baby Gold Bond. Episode 210, The Wild Music Thang, spins its way to your ears. Now.
Use only as directed.
Norm Nathan, he's the talk of the town. Lift you up when you're down. Norm Nathan on WBZ in Boston. Here's Norm.
Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart. I love you. I just love you just so darn much. Anyway, tonight here on the Norm Nathan program, we will be playing the music quiz. And let me introduce you to the two panel members who have become regulars on this exciting feature. One is Tony Nesbitt. Hello, Tony. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you, Norm. Nice to be here.
That's what people always say. Hi, Tony. Nice to have you with us. And Ed Mullen, who's with us also. Ed, could you go through the rules? Because I always forget them from one game to the next.
The rules are simple. We'll throw out a question first, and if the caller gets the question right, they get the opportunity, I would say the privilege, but they get the opportunity to ask us a question. And if they stump us, we'll hit them with the last question. It's kind of a 1-2-1. They'll...
In other words, the odds are
Shall
against
we recap? The odds are against them because we have a whole staff and a library of musical knowledge to choose from. And they'll just be on the phone in the middle of the night trying to... I can't... What's that again?
What's the question? I forget what I just asked you. Anyway, the idea is to call in 254-1030, the usual number, 254-1030. Area code is 617. And you call in and tell us what category you want. Because we will discuss rock, but we're talking rock from the whole period, from the 50s right through now.
That's right.
Don't say,
That's right.
Give me a rock question about a band that just organized 3 weeks ago because I just got interested in rock. It has to be that whole period.
I may know that one, though.
Okay. And also jazz or big bands, whatever you'd like. And after we ask you the question, if you answer that, as Ed said, then you ask us a question.
That's right.
Now, if we answer the question correctly, then you're done. You're finished. You're out
No,
of it,
we
man.
asked the final question.
No, not if we get the second question right.
If
If
they
we-
get
if
part
we-
of the
if-
first
if-
question right, then they
yes.
can go on to the second question.
Why don't we play a couple of rounds of this thing, and then we can people can get an idea. of how
I'm
it goes.
confused now.
If
They have to get 2. We only have to get 1.
Unless-
If we get their question, they're gone. They're out of here.
yeah, that's correct.
It's kind of like an Oreo cookie.
We have to.
We're the-
Matter of fact, we have to miss the first question for them to get the second question.
You're right.
Right?
If they
No, we asked them the first question.
That's right. If
we get the first question right, they're gone. They're ghosts. They're toast. They're
No.
history.
Okay.
Yesterday's news.
Anyway, call us anyway. Tell us what the category is. We're going to do this for the next couple hours or the next minute, whichever comes first. 254-1030 is our phone number. The area code is 617. What I would suggest is that you call as quickly as you can, because once the calls start to roll in. Would you shut up, Tony? We're going to sit here listening to you giggle for the whole 2 hours. Once we start rolling, though, the lines do start to jam up very, very quickly. So this would be a good time to call. And we'll start playing the quiz in a moment. Oh, incidentally, if you get through all the stages of it and you win, it probably won't even seem worthwhile to you, because we give you this cockamamie diploma, which indicates you have beaten us.
They get to be guest conductor on the morning on the.
That's right, the 3:30 a.m. garbage run through Bellingham Square on Tuesday morning. Thank you so much. Anyway, we'll be back to play the game in just a minute.
You know, it's nice to go out for dinner in Boston. People recognize me. It's good evening, Mr. Heinzen. Would you like a table, Mr. Heinzen? Would you like 2 tables, Mr. Heinzen? It's also nice to eat, really eat. So sometimes I head for the Hilltop. Hilltop Steakhouse, where I can always find something thick and juicy. And when I leave, both me and my wallet feel pleasantly full. But when I arrive, it's something different. It's Tommy who? Here's your number. Get in line. Wide bodies to the left. If you want Boston's best steak, you're going to have to wait. So naturally, both me and my appetite were pleased to hear about Hilltop's new way to beat the lines. All you do is phone in. They give you a number. And when you arrive, they're ready fresh.
Here at home and in Little Rock, start the day with your first source for news, WBZ's Morning News, on New England's station for news, WBZ News Radio 1030.
Okay, I forgot, Jack Hyde is going to be playing the game with us, too. How you doing, Jack?
I'm well. How are you, Norm?
I'm just fine, thank you.
Very good.
Okay, your musical knowledge is at its keenest point. You're ready to play the game, aren't you?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, and anybody else ready to play, do give us a call at 254-1030, area code 617. Let's go to Ted, who's in Norton, Massachusetts. Hi, Ted.
Yeah, how you doing, Norm?
Pretty good, thanks.
Well, I think I got one for you tonight.
Okay, we're going to ask you one first, though.
Okay, go ahead. This is big bands and so forth.
Okay, big bands and so forth.
Well, I mean jazz, the big band.
Okay, how about the band that began while the orchestra leader was still in college? He went to Duke University, called it the Duke Blue Devils. Who was that?
The Duke Blue Devils.
Yeah, became a very well-known band leader after that, but the band itself started when he was still in college and at Duke, and called it the Duke Blue Devils.
Oh, I know it. I know it, and I can't think of it. Isn't that ridiculous?
Isn't that a paradox, though, when you say you know it, but you can't think of it?
But I can't.
Are you trying to fool the teacher on this one there, Ted?
But you're gonna knock me off right off before I can get you.
You make me feel just so guilty. I think that time is up. Anyway, what we do is when somebody does not get the answer, we kind of leave it hanging there in case anybody else wants to call and answer a question that has not been answered. Tell me what you were going to ask me anyway.
Well, okay, because I don't think you're going to get it. It's a big band in the late 30s, early 40s. They didn't get the recognition. They played Boston quite a few times, and it went under the thing of Da 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 and his Clouds of Joy.
Andy Kirk.
You son of a gun.
I'm sorry.
I thought I'd get you on that. No, I used to see him at they used to play the old TikTok a lot, Norm.
Yeah. Where was the TikTok?
Across from where the Wang Center is now, upstairs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, right, almost on the corner of Tremont and Boston, almost next to where Ada Bullocks used to be. They used to have big bands up there. It was great. Frankie Fontaine used to be the house believe it or not, the house MC.
Okay, you're talking now about what, the 40s?
Yeah, the late 30s, the early 40s. The last time I was there, I was in the service. I went up there, I think it was in 42 or 43.
Yeah.
They had guess who was on the bill? Frankie Fontaine was the house MC. Coleman Hawkins was a featured small group, and Louis Prima's big band was there.
Oh, gee, you can't beat that.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
And I think the drinks were $1. It was great.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I'm going to think about that probably after I hang up.
Okay, thanks
Duke
a lot.
University.
Duke University.
Okay.
Call the Duke Blue Devils. Anybody wants to pick the big band category and knows the answer to that, they can call us at 254-1030 and pass the answer along. Okay, thanks for calling, Ted.
Talk with you later.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye now. It's very quiet now. I can't understand that, whether all the lines suddenly went out of service or not. But this is a good time to call anyway, 254-1030, area code 617. We started off with a big band thing, but we can we continue with rock if you'd like? Or jazz? The lines are starting to light up now. So let me hear from you, 254-1030. Again, our panel composed of Tony Nesbitt.
Thank you, Norm.
Thank you very much. Ed Mullen, and, of course, Jack Harte, our traffic reporter, who's out there at the traffic headquarters, which, as you know, is conveniently located in downtown Kennesaw, Michigan.
Yes.
Because this way you could be objective about the traffic and not be right there. Anyway.
You know, actually, if people don't have any musical questions about rock, we will take questions on geology.
That's hilarious. Is that the way we're going to go for the next 2 hours, Jack? Arnold in Winthrop. Hi, Arnold.
Yeah?
Yeah, you're on WBZ at this moment, Arnold. What would you like to do?
Well, wait a second. I'll turn the radio down.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I'd turn it down. I'd untie my shoelaces, too.
That was the first question. You got that right. Do we have one for him?
Yeah, okay, Arnold.
On that question, on the Duke and the Blue Devils,
Yes.
was that Sammy Kaye?
No, I'm sorry, it was not.
No,
It was not, Arnold. Thank you very much for calling. Let's go to John in Milton. Hi, John.
Hi, Norm.
Hi.
What was the question there?
Well, the question is anything you want. What category do you want to pick?
Music.
No, it's all music, but what kind of music? You want rock?
Rap.
You want big band?
Rap.
You want... No, we have rock as a general category. Do you want the rock category?
Yeah, rock. Okay.
Okay, here's a question from Ed for you.
In what Beach Boys song do the Beach Boys sing "Rah Rah Sis Boom Ba"?
I have no idea.
Okay, that's another question then we'll just throw out to anybody who wants to use that as a lead in. Can answer that one. Mary in Quincy. Hi, Mary.
Yeah, hi.
Ooh, hi, Mary.
Yeah, I think it was Johnny Long and his Duke Blue Devils.
No, I'm sorry, it was not Mary.
Okay.
Now, did you know that Johnny Long played the violin left-handed?
Yes, I knew him.
You knew him?
Yeah, and he used to call his band the Duke Blue Devils when he was a student.
Did he go to Duke University?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I knew him then.
Did you go to Duke?
Yep.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
And Johnny Long went to Duke University also?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. No, this is somebody else, though, who did also went to Duke, apparently.
Well, you learn something every day.
I hope so. Thank you, Mary. Bill in Plymouth. Hi, Bill. You're on WBZ.
How you doing?
Good, thanks. How about you?
Good. What categories are there?
There's rock, which is a general category. That includes rock from the 50s right on. That is from the beginning to now. And then there's the big band era kind of stuff, or big bands today, and the jazz. And you can pick any category you'd like.
I'll take rock, but could I take a stab at that Duke question?
Sure.
Duke Ellington?
No, I know it sounds like it should be, but it was not Duke Ellington.
Okay.
No. I'm sorry, Bill. Thanks a lot. He said rock and then took
and
the
then
big
he took
band
the question, yeah.
Okay, 254-1030, area code 617. And this is Barry in Boston. Hi, Barry.
Hi, Norm.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
All right.
Good.
I'd like to take rock.
Okay. Here's a question from Ed for you.
Okay, in 1975, Convoy by C.W. McCall was a #1 hit. It was a big rage about CB radios. Can you name 2 CB phrases from that song? There's so many throughout the whole song. Can you name a couple from that song?
Breaker, breaker.
What? Okay.
Oh.
That counts as one, I suppose, right?
Counts as one, okay?
Okay.
Oh, heck.
Once they start coming out, they'll just come pouring out. There'll be like tons of them.
Yeah.
Give you about another 5 or 10 seconds. In fact, we'll make it definite 10 seconds. Okay, more?
You know, I can't think of another one.
I'm sorry. That's kind of, it's interesting because at one time, all those things were very common things. When everybody wanted to drive a big, what do they call them?
Big rig.
10-wheelers?
18-wheeler.
18-wheelers. Oh, they added some more since I last looked. Yeah, we don't idolize the big truck drivers much anymore as we did during, that was a big period.
Well, the 70s were a very turbulent time.
Truck drivers are about the only people that will stop and help you on the road.
Hey, that's a good point to know.
You know.
If ever I get stuck on the road, I'm going to wait till a big truck comes by and then jump in front of it.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
All
Hey, Barry,
right.
thanks for the call.
Anyway.
Okay. So there's a question open also. That along with the ra-da-da-dee-diddly-doo-boo-da.
The Beach Boys question.
Yeah.
The Beach Boys question. The name of the song that had...
Ra ra ra, sis boom ba.
Okay, those are the two rock questions still out there. And also, the big band one, what band called itself the Duke Blue Devils? Who led that band way, way back when the band was beginning while the orchestra leader still was in college and got to be a huge, huge success?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Joe?
Hi, Uncle Norm.
Nice to talk with you.
I was going to call for that other Beach Boys question, but I think I'll say the very last question. How about good buddy? Was that one another phrase? 10-4 and good buddy?
Yeah. Good buddy was a phrase. What I was looking for, I guess I didn't explain it really clearly because breaker, it's like a code word that meant something. Breaker is a signal. You're signaling something, but you know how
like Smokey the Bear or
there
something
you
like
go.
that?
Exactly. That's one. You got one.
Okay, you want one more?
Well, he's got breaker. Would you call that a second one from before?
And I said good buddy. I remember they say that, good buddy.
And what does that mean though? That's kind of the point of the question. I don't know if I explained that clearly, but good buddy.
What were the rules
Good buddy
again?
is just it's just a term. You know how there was CB code words?
No, but he said breaker from before.
So
that makes two.
Smokey the Bear or Smokey.
Yeah, but that's two.
Smokey was a cop.
Yeah,
right, Smokey was a cop.
That's what we want, right?
Okay, yeah.
There we go.
All right, let me just throw out a couple just so you get the question right. Like put the hammer down means accelerate. What's your 20 is location.
Right. Double nickel would be 55 miles an hour.
Notice how they're all coming out now. All right, you ask us. You got that question. Ask us a question about rock and roll.
Okay, rock and roll question. Let me see here. In David Bowie's song Fame, who was the other singer?
I'm ready,
Oh, okay.
John Lennon?
Great, yep.
Okay, you didn't stump us, Joe, but you tried awfully hard and you did well. How's the baby?
Great, Norm. Everything's going great. She's big.
Oh, that's good. Thanks for the call.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Okay, let's go to Jim, who's in his car somewhere. Hi, Jim.
How you doing, Norm?
Good, thanks.
Remember we talked to you a few weeks ago on a Sunday night? I was heading back up to Vermont on 89.
Oh, yeah.
I lost you. Never get to finish that conversation.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Well, I thought I'd listen. Heading back up there again and listen to you. Thought I'd try for a rock question here.
Okay, good.
Okay, the next question is, the guitarist in U2 is called The Edge. What's his real name? The guitarist in U2 is called The Edge. What's his real name?
Edge.
He used to be closer to the middle.
Well.
But now he's just left of the one on the right. So he still looks like he's in the middle, but it's an optical illusion.
Yes.
Oh.
All done with mirrors.
Yeah, it's all in the head. Can't seem to get it out. I know some of the members from a few years back, but it's been a while since I've had to come up with names.
They're the same members.
Yeah, I know they're the same members. I just can't place them all. I got 3 or 4 other CDs.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jim. I gotta call time on you.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Hey, listen, I appreciate you taking part anyway. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Take care, Jim. Bye-bye. Thanks for calling. Hey, we go down to Virginia. Patrick, hi.
Howdy, how you doing up there?
Just fine. How are you doing down there?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm enjoying your show.
Good. What category would you like to pick?
Well, I want to do a little rock and roll. Did you get a question? Did you get an answer on the Beach Boy song?
No, let's hear it. The question was, what Beach Boys songs contains the lyrics, rah, rah, rah?
Schoolboy, yeah. Be true to your school.
That's right.
Yeah. Can I ask you one?
Go right ahead.
Okay, this is a good one, and I can give you a clue. What I want to know is there was a song recorded late 50s, early 60s called Real Wild Child. And it was recorded by a guy, they used the name Ivan. And I want to know who was Ivan. I can give you a clue if that's too...
The terrible.
This guy is one of the all-time great rock and roll drummers from the early period of rock and roll.
Real Wild Child?
Yeah, Real Wild Child.
And it was a hit in the late 50s, early 60s?
Yeah, it was sort of a moderate hit, but he was really, he was using the name Ivan, but he was really famous because he was a drummer for one of the real gurus of rock and roll.
A drummer under a different name?
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, I'm going to give you guys 5 seconds to answer the question at this end.
And he played for...
He played... When he was playing drums, he played for one of the great figures of rock and roll.
Okay, I'm going to call time on that.
Okay.
What's the answer?
It's Jerry Allison, who was drummer for Buddy Holly and the Crickets.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now we got one more question to ask you, and if you get this one correct, you win one of our chintzy little certificates, diplomas indicating that you beat us.
Okay.
You can show it at parties down there in Virginia. It'll impress a whole lot of people.
Okay, I'll show it to my folks here.
Okay, here's the question.
All right. What group was Sam Cooke in before his successful solo career? It was a gospel group, and it was in the early 50s.
Early 50s, yeah.
It was a gospel group.
Yeah.
Sam Cooke.
No, you're going to get me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Patrick.
Nope, can't get you, man.
So close.
Where in Virginia are you, by the way?
I'm in Lexington, right here. Wait a minute. Hey, I might have the answer for that. Can you give me a try here?
Yeah, take a shot.
Something kind of Cook. Oh, jeez.
Can only give you another couple of seconds.
Okay. Well, I'm in Lexington, Virginia. We're in the Blue Ridge Mountains here, where we got the Virginia Military Institute here, and Washington and Lee.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good enough, Patrick. I'm sorry you didn't get it, but I appreciate the call.
Hey, Monitor from Staples. Start some super moments of your own with super moments in Super Bowl history. Only from Staples, the Office Superstore, and WBZ News Radio 1030.
Okay, we're playing the dumb musical quiz game. Anyway, pick your category, either a big band, rock, jazz, whatever you'd like, okay? And give us a call at 254-1030, area code 617. We have all lines filled, but we'll try to get to you just as quickly as we can. The only big band question that's still out there is the band that called itself the Duke Blue Devils started that way because the orchestra leader was at Duke University at the time when he began. It became very, very well known with a great band for many, many years thereafter, and I think still has the band. However, you don't need to answer that. If you want to get into the big band category, and you don't know the answer to that, just ask for another question. However you'd like to. You can ask for one of the questions still hanging, or you can ask for a new one. We'll go to Pennsylvania, and Bill, hi, you're on WBZ.
Hi,
Bill.
Norm.
Hi.
I'm a first-time caller.
Well, it's nice of you to call. Where are you?
York, Pennsylvania.
Good to hear from you.
Yeah, I have an answer for that Sam Cooke question.
Sam Cooke was in a gospel group for 6 years before a successful solo career.
I know that.
And the group was?
The Soul Stirrers.
That Soul Stirrers is correct.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, sir.
In 1955, Bo Diddley had a hit record with Bo Diddley. What was his real name? What's his real name?
Elias McDaniels.
Right.
Okay. Hey, we answered your question, so you haven't stumped us, Bill.
Okay.
Okay, Bill. Call again.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, I wish you would. Bye-bye now. Kevin in Swampscott. Hi, Kevin. You're on WBZ. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. What category would you like?
Norm, I can't hear you at all. Can I call back and get a clearer line?
You can, but the lines have been pretty well filled up, so it might be hard to get through again. Can you hear me at all now? I guess you can't.
I can't hear you at all.
Okay, call me back, Kevin. Let's go to Bob in Fitchburg. Hi, Bob.
Hi. The big band category. I'd like to take a shot at that Blue Devils.
Yes.
Was that Kay Kaiser?
No, I'm sorry, it was not. It was not. I'm sorry, Bob. It was not. I suppose he thought of that because they used to call Kay Kaiser with a college of musical knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
In a sense, but that was a fictional college. He was a quiz show he ran on his show.
It wasn't accredited.
It was not accredited, no. Well, it was accredited, but it only taught courses in air conditioning and refrigeration. Jason in New Hampshire. Hi, Jason.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Do you get kidded about that name?
What's that?
Do you get kidded about your name, Jason? Isn't he in all the horror movies? Doesn't he go
Oh,
around?
yeah, the guy with the hockey mask.
Yeah, he goes ripping up teenage girls mostly. Yeah. Anyway, what category would you like to pick?
Oh, how about rock?
Okay. Here's a question for you from Ed Mullen.
Okay, the question is, where did Jim Morrison go to college?
Stanford.
Wrong. Good guess, but wrong.
Did he actually go to college?
Yes, yeah, that's where the Doors kind of formed the...
I thought I had a good one for you, though.
You want to ask us anyway? Because
sure. Throw it out. Yeah.
We're so curious.
All right, let's hear it.
What song describes a walk over Bonnicut Bridge and Bay?
The Andrews Sisters, I'll Be With You at Apple Blossom Time. So I just made that up. I don't have any idea. Do you know? You guys?
No.
Any of you know? Do you know, Jack?
No, I can't even think. What'd you run?
Is it Ode to Billy Joe?
No.
What is
Bonica Bay? I was walking along over Bonica Bay.
What is the answer, Jason?
Okay, it's My Eyes Adored You, Frankie Valli.
Oh, my eyes adored you. Oh, yeah.
And I took a walk over
Bonnicut Bridge and Bay. Yeah.
Okay, Jason, thanks a lot.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. I'm sorry that you didn't get all the way. Nobody's won anything, have they? They won a certificate.
We're tough tonight.
Oh, this is tough. Bill, who's down in Rainham. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Norm.
Hi.
Hey, can I have a slice of rock? Just the 50s?
Well, okay, maybe Ed can dig one up. Generally, we just sort of pick a rock thing for any period in the rock. You're an older guy, apparently.
Yeah, that's it. I'd like big band, but you guys are too tough, so I'll take 50s rock if you got it and give you big band.
Okay, that's all right. We can switch in the road. Sure, that's all right.
It's kind of a tough one. The man's real name is W. Robert Casotto. Cassotto. W. Robert Casotto. What's his stage name?
Bobby Mac the Knife Darren.
Hey, that's right. I knew that too, son of a gun. Yeah.
Close, but you threw in a funny middle name, so I'm sorry. We're going to have to cross.
No, you're right, Bill. As a matter of fact, he made an album once with that name on the cover of it.
That's right.
He did unusual songs, sort of folky kind of songs on the album, as I recall.
If I was a carpenter, he did that one.
That might have been in there, but I remember that name was on there. It was like Peggy Lee recorded an album under her real name, Norma Eggstrom, at one point too. Anyway, what's your question for?
Okay,
apparently
Norm, I got
for me.
a good one for you. It's name the combo that the following people played in at one time or another.
Okay.
And they are Jimmy Dorsey, Tommy Dorsey, Miff Mole, Benny Goodman, Joe Venuti, and Glenn Miller.
Wow.
They all played for a combo.
A combo, not a full orchestra.
5 pieces.
A 5-piece group. And all those guys played. Were they just the 5 of them were there at one time? Or
No, at different times.
At different times.
They all started out with this guy.
With this combo. Now, all I can think of is one of the predecessors, like the Ben Pollock Band or something like that. But
yeah, one of the founders, like Ben, but not Ben. Red Nichols.
Oh, they were all members of the Red Nichols and the Five Pennies.
All pennies at one time.
Hey, son of a... No, I did not know that. Okay, so that means we ask you one final question, and if you get this one, you get the big certificate. Now, what category did you want?
I'm getting nervous now.
I know the pressure's on you, but you'll come through. I know you will.
I will.
What category would you like for this final question for you?
50s rock again.
Okay. Well, as you know, you don't get to ask for 50s or, the category. It's either rock or big band and jazz.
Well, he's a tough taskmaster, isn't he?
I know.
This little guy.
I know. I'm just flipping through the thing trying to help him out, actually. Okay, here's one. Richard Pennyman.
Is Little Richard.
He's right.
Hey, son of a
A
gun, you
winner.
get that correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to turn you over to Ric Duarte, who'll take your name and address.
I can't
and
believe it.
Son of a gun, if you will not get a certificate that you'll probably want to frame and...
Discovered classic Ovaltine. Ovaltine tastes great, and it's great for you. Ovaltine, available at fine stores everywhere.
Okay, we're playing the music quiz, and our categories, as you know, are rock and just general rock. That is from the early days in the 50s right up to now. Or you can pick a big band category, or you could pick jazz, whatever you'd like. We ask you, you ask us, we ask you. It goes on like that. And if you get past all three hurdles, then you win a certificate, as our last listener did. We'll go on to Kevin in the Swampscott. Hi, Kevin.
How you doing, Norm?
Good, thank you.
I'd like rock, please.
Okay, here's Ed with a question for you.
Okay, have you heard a couple of the questions that are still unanswered yet? Like, for instance, the guitarist in U2 is called The Edge. What's his real name?
No, I'd rather have another question.
You'd rather have another one?
Yeah.
Okay. How about, what Beatles songs were recorded in a foreign language? I have three here, so...
I Want to Hold Your Hand, She Loves You, and... that's the only two I know.
That's really good. Those are the two tough ones.
Okay.
That's great.
2 out of 3.
Yeah, the
That's
remaining one is, what is it? Oh, yeah, the remaining one is Michelle. You're right.
Michelle.
Okay.
And what would you like to ask the panel?
All right, I got a... who were the 3 session musicians that played for the Beatles that weren't actual members of the band?
Billy Preston played the piano. Let's see. I don't know. George Martin. Did George Martin play a few instruments?
Yeah, he's one of them, but that's not. He's not included.
Oh, he's not included.
No.
So Billy Preston, right?
Yeah.
Is a guy named Klaus Vormann? Does that ring a bell? I think it was John Lennon later on.
Yeah, but I'm talking just for the Beatles.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to have to call you guys out of it. Yeah, you have been stumped, you guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's one final question for you. If you get this one correct,
I'd like to hear his answer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What is the answer?
Nicky Hopkins, Eric Clapton, and Billy Preston.
That's right. Clapton. I should have guessed that. My guitar gently weeps.
Yeah.
Nicky Hopkins played piano on Sgt. Pepper.
Who else did Nicky Hopkins play for? That could be that's the next question. Want to use that?
Oh, so we're getting an answer from Ric Duarte, the Rolling Stones. Is that right?
Yes. Oh, well, we were going to throw that out as the third question for Kevin, but I guess not.
No, Rick can get a certificate, too. Rick, if you list leave your address.
That's right. Yeah, because he'll want to have one that's so beautifully frameable. Okay, we asked you one final question for the certificate, the diploma, Kevin. You ready?
Okay, yep.
Okay, can you name you're a Beatles fan, can you name the Beatles' wives at one time?
Excuse me?
The Beatles' wives.
The Beatles' wives?
Wives. They were married. Each of them were
the
married.
Beatles' wives. Okay, Cynthia Lennon.
Right.
Patty Boyd.
Right.
Linda Eastman.
Right.
And Maureen. Starkey, that's all I know.
I read at the last one. I have Barbara Bach for Ringo.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Maureen.
Okay.
Maureen does sound familiar, though.
May have been a former wife.
Yeah. Might have been more than one. This guy is great. He definitely gets a certificate.
Okay. We'll turn you over to Ric Duarte also, Kevin.
All right.
And congratulations, you have won a diploma, which indicates just a darn bright you are. Okay. Thank you very much for the call.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Here's Rick. And here's Frank in Winthrop. Hi, Frank.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, thanks.
I was going to take rock unless you're willing to make Broadway a category.
Oh, I suppose we could have, but I'm really not quite prepared for that.
Neither am I.
So let's throw a rock question at you.
Okay.
Did you hear anything so far that you wanted to answer, or do you want a new question?
Yeah, a new one. I haven't heard any of the others.
Okay.
All right. Grateful Dead fans are called Deadheads. Who are Parrot Heads devoted to?
Parrot heads?
Parrot Heads. Right.
The Birds?
You would think
Get an
that
A
would be
for
true.
effort.
Yeah, you would think that would be the case, but that's not the case.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. Stay tuned and maybe somebody will come up with the answer.
Okay.
Before the 2
He
hours
had a
are
big question ready for us, too. I'm glad you could just tell.
Okay,
Yeah,
254-1030 if you want to take part in all of this. 254-1030. If you're out of town, Boston's area code is 617. And we're out of town with Pennsylvania. And Evelyn, who's out there. Hi, Evelyn.
Hi, Norm.
Hi.
I'm interested in answering the big band question.
Sure.
I think it's Les Brown.
That's correct. The Duke Blue Devil.
Wow. She should just get a certificate for that.
I know. And Les Brown,
Been out for so long.
that's right. Les
Played
Brown.
there during the 30s.
That's
my
right.
husband was a student at Duke at the time, and I would say the years were probably 1935, 36, 37.
Hey, you're even telling us more than we care to know, but that's correct. And I suppose obviously the personnel changed, but Les Brown didn't, and later on just became Les Brown, and his band have ran out, as you know.
And Mary, who called in earlier about Johnny Long, was correct. He also played there at the same time.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea that.
Right.
Okay, you can fire a question at us now. You want a big band question? Will it be or jazz?
No, I have none at all.
Oh no, come up with a question. And then we'll ask you another one, and you don't want to lose out. Do you want to just bypass the wonderful certificate we can send to you?
Yes, I have no question for you. None at all.
Oh, I'm sorry, Evelyn. Jeekers, and I was all ready to ask.
And obviously no use for the certificate either.
Obviously.
The walls are covered.
And I know because it's only printed on one side. You could use the rest for scrap paper. You could
Sounds very interesting.
Yeah, you could use it. A lot of people use them as placemats.
No,
you don't even want it. Okay, Evelyn, thanks a lot for the call.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Hey, listen, so that's a clue to those of you who are calling. Just have a question in mind, whether it's rock or whatever, as we go to, and 254-1030, as we go to Claire in Natick. Hi, Claire.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How about you?
Okay. My dad and I were listening in the car, and I couldn't believe that some of the questions hadn't been answered, so I'm calling in.
Okay. You want to answer one of the questions then that has not been answered?
Yeah. Has somebody answered the Sam Cooke question?
Yeah. Sam Cooke has been answered. Yeah, the Soul Stirrers.
Did somebody answer the Edge question?
No, not yet. The guitarist for U2 is The Edge. What's his real name?
David Evans.
That's right. Very good. Now you can ask us a question.
Who was the only white Icat? There was a white Icat in Ike and Tina Turner, for those of you who don't know. Ike and Tina Turner review.
Male or female?
Icat. Big clue, okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
Obviously, actually, I believe our panel here is sitting here with their mouths agape, which I would think was a clue that they have no idea what the answer is.
Tina Turner's autobiography.
I know. I've seen the woman. She's a very attractive woman.
Now, whose autobiography did you say?
Tina Turner's.
Oh, Tina Turner's, of course.
Could you describe her, Jack? Maybe I can.
Okay.
Okay.
I
don't know if I could over the radio.
Yeah. What is the answer, Claire?
Remember Delaney and Bonnie Bramlett?
Delaney and Bonnie, yeah.
Yeah.
Clapton played
with them for a while, yeah. So Bonnie, she ran away from home and she became an Icat before she met Delaney.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How do you like that?
And she used to put, like tan on so that people wouldn't get upset, thinking maybe she was a light-skinned black person or something.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know all that stuff. Okay, are you ready for one final question then?
Sure.
If you get this one, then you won one of our famed and fabulous diplomas.
Now,
sure.
Can she pick a question that's still out? If she had an
No, that's just the opening question, yeah.
All right, here's the question. Elvis Costello, what's his real name?
Declan McManus.
That's right.
Hey, son of a gun. That's the third correct answer we've had in this hour, and all within the past 20 minutes or so.
Wow.
You're okay, Claire.
Oh, thanks.
I'm very satisfied with it all over. With Gold Bond powder.
Try Triple Action Gold Bond Medicated Powder. Use only as directed. Available at drugstores and supermarkets everywhere.
Okay, we're playing the music quiz. Our phone number is 254-1030. Our area code is 617. The categories are rock, jazz, and big bands, and you just decide which category you'd like to pick. We even let you switch in the middle because our rules are very flexible. Ed Mullen, Tony Nesbitt, Jack Harte are on the panel. My name is Norm Nathan. I'm sort of on the panel, too. And let's see who we'll talk with. Fred in Maine. Hi, Fred.
Hey, how are you, Norman?
Well, if you say something other than big bands, I'd be very surprised.
I can't believe it took so long for somebody to remember who was the band that I Got My Love to Keep Me Warm and A Fine Romance and the band that used to play for Bob Hope's show.
That's right, A Sentimental Journey.
Uh-huh, just a few.
Yeah, and remember his theme song?
Skyliner, wasn't it?
No, that was Charlie Barnett.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Leapfrog.
Leapfrog,
that's
right.
That's not your question, but
No.
you would like the...
I'd like either big band or jazz or both.
Okay, we'll give you a big band.
Okay.
Name the three top bands Helen Forrest sang with. One of the few vocalists. She was one of the great big band vocalists, as you know, Fred.
Yeah.
And she sang with three
Well, Goodman was
bands.
one.
That's right.
Harry James was one.
Right.
And I don't know. Woody Herman? No.
No, I bet she could have if she wanted to.
She could have sung with anybody.
Yeah. I think 2 out of 3 is pretty good. Artie Shaw was the third band.
Oh, sure. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Any old time, yeah.
Well, any old time I think was Billie Holiday.
Was Billie Holiday.
Yeah, with the Artie Shaw band. Anyway.
I just got a tape of hers of when she was over in Germany back in the 60s, which was very good. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, no, she was probably one of the top big band vocalists. You want to hit me with something?
Sure. Who was the piano player in a small band in which Charlie Shavers played trumpet, Russell Prokop played alto, Buster Bailey played clarinet, the bass player was
John Kirby.
John Kirby, the drummer was O'Neill Spencer, who was the pianist.
I thought you'd ask me what the name of the band was. Back then, I told you John Kirby, the biggest little band in the world.
You better believe it.
But who played piano, you ask? Who played piano with the John Kirby? It's got to be one of the most remote questions.
Well, no, that's all right. He was a great pianist.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. It's just that,
Scratch your head.
Okay, the pianist in the John Kirby band with all those guys.
Great band.
We're talking about John Kirby's band now still?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought maybe the pianist formed his own band later on.
No.
Did he form a band later on?
No.
I think your time is up.
I don't know. I can't think of who that was.
Okay, Billy Kyle.
Billy Kyle.
Yep.
Okay.
And Prokop went on to play with Ellington.
Yeah, Russell Prokop.
Yep.
Okay.
Billy Kyle is in that movie High Society, and that the song Jazz. You know that song.
Yeah.
Now Who Has Jam.
Oh yeah. Hey, nice for observing
all right, now
that
you
picture.
swing one back to me.
Okay.
I want a certificate.
Okay. In the late 40s, Woody Herman's band did Four Brothers, as you well know.
Oh, yeah.
4 saxophone players featured on the song were the Four Brothers. Who were they?
Damn.
You asked me a tough one. Fred, and I'm going to ask you. Although this one is not as tough as yours, I don't think, because they had a song named after them. They were an integral part of the Woody Herman band for quite some time. Who were the Four Brothers?
I was never a great fan of Woody Herman's, I'm sorry to say.
Oh, really? I just loved his band.
Well, I was a Bob Crosby fan from day one.
No, I like Bob Crosby, too. I think he had a good band also.
And, of course, Lunsford, not to mention.
Well, you got good taste. Those are all
And then Ellington, and then, Ellington is like Bach. After Ellington, everybody else.
Okay, well, it's hard to argue that. Except I'm still a big Basie fan also. But anyway,
I am too.
Hey, are you stalling on me, Fred?
Listen, have you heard?
Wait a minute. The Four Brothers, who are they?
I don't know.
You don't know any of them?
No.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. You see the obit on Toots Mondello?
No, I don't think I did.
It was in the New York Times on Thursday.
He died this past week.
81 years old. A great alto player.
Okay, no, I thought I know that Red Mitchell, the great bass player, just died.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Toots Mondello died too.
Yeah, just the other day.
I'm sorry.
He played with Goodman back in '35 when he was on the National Biscuit Company show. When they had Xavier Cugat, Goodman, and Al Cavallin with the 3 bands on the Saturday night dance party.
Don't know Al Cavalett.
Well, that was just that was like Richard Himber, that kind of thing.
Oh, not a studio orchestra.
No,
a
but
society band.
Society band. Ruby Newman, that kind of thing.
Okay. Hey, Fred, I'm sorry you made it very, very close to the end and you stopped me.
Well,
you should be just so darn proud, although stumping me is not the biggest deal in the
well,
world.
it's hard to stump you, old boy. You know the stuff, and I remember it, too.
I'll never forget Billy Kyle played piano with the John Kirby band. I'll never, ever forget that. Hey, thanks a lot, Fred.
I'll call you again.
I hope you will.
Right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Fred. Okay, we'll go to Andrew in New Hampshire. Hi, Andrew in New Hampshire.
Hi, how you doing?
Just fine, thanks. How about you?
Okay.
Good. You want to take a question that's already been asked, or do you want a new one? And what category?
Rock, but one of the ones that you asked before that didn't get answered.
Okay, which one do you want to pick?
The one about the Doors.
Okay, where did Jim Morrison go to college?
UCLA.
UCLA is right.
Okay.
All right, now you ask us a question, please.
Okay, in U2, in the Rattle and Hum album, there was a song that the lead singer sang with Bob Dylan. Can you name that song?
Well, All Along the Watchtowers is
No.
on
It was I'm sorry, it was a duet with Bob Dylan in the Rattle and Hum album.
You're changing it on us, aren't you?
No, I didn't mean to. I just wasn't specific enough.
It's a good question.
Well, they got some odd titles in there. Let's take a shot at let's go.
I didn't mean to change the question. I just
God
didn't.
Part 2?
No, it was Give Up.
Was it? It was a Dylan song, right?
Yeah.
No, it was they sang it together.
But it was a Dylan song.
No.
Oh, it wasn't. Okay.
No, it was just a duet they sang together.
I guess we flunked out on that one. Tell us the answer.
Love Rescue Me.
Love Rescue Me?
Yes.
Yeah, nobody's going, yeah. Nobody's going, yeah.
Well, like we should have known it.
When it's legitimate.
It's the only song that they ever sang as a duet, as far as I know.
Yeah, it would have been on the tip of my tongue, but I never heard of it.
Okay, we ask you one final question then. See how you do on this one.
Okay. The question is, who shot Marvin Gaye?
Oh gosh, I don't have any idea.
Okay, we're going to leave that up on the board if you don't. We're going to take another minute or so? Or how about another 10 seconds? Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know that one at all.
Okay, Andrew.
All right.
Thanks for trying anyway.
Okay, thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Andrew from New Hampshire. Okay, it's a minute before 1 o'clock here at WBC.
Very generous with the time.
Yeah. And it's a little too late to ask a question right this minute. However, we're going to continue this right after the news, which is coming up in a minute.
Shall we review the open questions?
Yes.
Are there any left?
Good idea. Yes, good idea.
Grateful Dead fans are called Deadheads. Who are Parrot Heads devoted to? And
the one you just gave, right? Yeah.
We have a big band thing, too.
Oh, yes.
The way you're looking.
Who Shot Marvin Gaye is also up on the board.
Okay,
Right.
and also the four brothers of the Woody Herman Band. Who were those four brothers, the four saxophone players that song was named for?
Groucho, Zeppo, Chica.
And Harry Needleman was the fourth player. Okay, we're going to take a break for the news, and then when we come back, we'll be taking some more of your questions at 254-1030, area code 617, another hour of this. It's kind of fun. And but when you call, be sure to have a question in mind, because if you get by our first question, you're going to ask us something. So have something in mind if you would. Norm Nathan here at WB.
Norm Nathan, he's the talk of the town. Lift you up when you're down. Norm Nathan on WBZ in Boston.
So nice after all the great songs written about people like Tangerine and all of that kind of stuff. It's nice to have a song named after me, and I call it Those Cool and Limpid Green Eyes. Thank you. Anyway, we are playing the dumb birthday game. No, we're not playing the dumb birthday. We're playing music quiz is what we're playing.
The wild.
That's right. We have an interesting panel. We have Tony Nesbitt. We have Ed Mullen. We have Jack Harte. You're there, Jack?
Oh, yeah.
And we have Daryl Gould is with us now. Did you want to sit in for a while, Daryl?
Oh, you mean this isn't the dumb birthday game?
No, that's coming.
Joan Rivers is 106.
That's correct, and you do win a prize as a result of all that. We also have Sarah Nathan here. Did you want to say hello at all?
Oh.
Can you say hello?
Hi, Dad.
Hi. Sarah Nathan is related to me, but listen, don't take it seriously. Anyway, let's see who else would like to play the music quiz. This is the wild music game. April, who's down on the Cape. Hi, April.
Hi, Norm.
Hi, April.
How long have you guys been doing this?
Well, this is the second hour. We're doing it just a couple hours tonight, but we've done
But
it
we're in our
another
fifth
night.
year now. We're in our fifth year.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
The late
You're
50s.
fifth year.
We were established in 1858 in Des Moines, Iowa.
Stop it.
No, this is the second hour of this. Would you like to play the quiz with us?
I certainly would. I'd like to take one of the questions that's outstanding in the rock category.
Okay.
Parrot heads are definitely Jimmy Buffett fans.
You are correct, madam. That's right.
Thank you.
Yep, Parrot Heads. Yep, Jimmy Buffett fans are Parrot Heads from coast to coast.
He's my main man. Okay. Well, I got a good one for you.
Let's hear it.
Okay, back in '85, there was a huge hit called "Some Like It Hot."
Right.
Can you name the group and/or at least one of the people in the group?
Robert Palmer Power Station.
Well, too easy. Shoot, I knew I should have gone for a
John
tougher
Taylor,
one.
right? Andy Taylor.
Oh, yeah, you know everybody's show off.
Opie Taylor? Opie Taylor, yeah.
No, that's a good question. It's a good
Taylor.
question.
No, it wasn't, because he
Sheriff
got
Taylor.
it.
I see. Okay.
B. Taylor, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I enjoyed it because it's actually the only one I got. So,
Wasn't that the theme music? Wasn't that the theme music for the film of the same name with Marilyn Monroe and Jack Lemmon?
No, it's a brand new song.
I know. That's a very old movie.
But that's good. Nice contribution. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, April. Good to hear from you.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Let's go to Tammy, who's up in Toronto, Canada. Tammy, you there?
It's someone else clicked in the line, I think.
Oh, I guess Tammy's not there. We'll go to Tom in Stoneham. Tom, hi.
Hi.
What category would you like to pick?
Rock, please.
Rock, and would you like to have one of the questions that's already been asked, or you want a new one?
A new one, I guess.
Okay.
All right, here's a new one. What country was ABBA from?
Sweden.
That's right.
Very good. Now you get to ask us a question.
Okay. Who named the singer who got her start by winning the Ted Mack Amateur Hour?
Oh, there got to be several of them. Is there one outstanding person who you would know? An awful lot of people appeared on the Ted Mack. Is that a fair question?
Is that a rock question?
I know, yeah. I know.
Well, R&B.
Oh, wait a minute.
You know, Jack?
Gladys Knight.
Very good.
Hey, all right.
Wow. I guess it is a
One of my
legitimate
favorite
question.
singers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay.
After a tough Doris day, there's nothing like a relaxing Gladys Knight.
Whoa.
Oh, son of a gun. Hey, good going, Jack, and thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry you didn't get to stop us.
Oh, that's all right.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you.
Bye now. Oh, what
Jack,
chance? They've got about 5 or 6 of us compared to one of them, you know. Seems about low. You've given away 3 certificates so far. That's not bad. We'll go to Rich, who's in the town of Avon.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
How you
Could this
doing,
be
Rich?
Avon calling?
I'll tell you though.
A lifetime for that joke.
You know, Rich probably gets that every place he goes.
That's true. Leave it from somebody from the Cape to get the parrot head question.
Yeah, okay, right.
I'll take one of the rock questions you have out already.
Okay, go ahead. Which one?
Who shot Marvin Gaye?
Who shot Marvin Gaye?
His dad.
That's right. His dad shot
Sorry,
him.
we have his father as the answer. You have to answer it exactly the way
I'm
it's
sorry.
written.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
what was his middle name?
Okay, ask us something if you would, Rich.
Okay, within a year, there's been a lot of publicity given to the fact that Bruce Springsteen and Guns N' Roses both released 2 albums the same day. Can you gentlemen tell me the group that released 4 albums the same day?
Kiss.
Very good.
Rich, thank you very much. That's a good question, too. Boy, thank you for calling. Nice to talk with you. You guys are okay. We're going to Helen in Boston. Hi, Helen.
Someone different just clicked in.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
Hi, it's not Helen, it's Frank.
Oh, you sure? Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay, Frank, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Brockton.
Okay, nice to hear from you. Now, what category would you like?
Rock. And I'd like to know if the two questions have been answered that were put out a while ago about the who devoted to the Parrot Heads were devoted to.
Yeah, we got that answer. Jimmy Buffett, right?
Okay. Now, how about the Marvin Gaye one?
We just got that answer. Yeah.
See, I haven't been listening for a while.
That's all right.
Yeah,
we have more.
Okay. We got the answer just before you called.
I see.
So you want a new rock question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right. The rock question is Stevie Nicks has sung with all the following except one. I'm going to name 4 people.
Okay.
Okay. First, Linda Ronstadt. Second, Tom Petty. Third, Don Henley. Fourth, Kenny Loggins. So Stevie Nicks has sung a duet with everybody except one of those people.
All right. I'm not really sure. I'm going to take a guess at Linda Ronstadt.
You're right.
Yeah. Oh, great.
Very good. Now you ask us a question, please.
Okay. A while ago, a singer back in the 50s, Bobby V, very popular.
Oh, yeah.
Before he just became Bobby V, he had a band, which included his brother. Do you know the name of his band?
The Killer V's? Can I take, was it the Misfits?
No.
Oh?
No.
So we missed that. Yeah, Bobby V, is he related to Sandra D, Peggy Lee?
Not that I know of.
There's another one, isn't there, with that name? Anyway, we missed that, so we get a chance to ask you one final question. If you guess the answer to this one, you win one of our snazzy but cheaply reproduced diplomas.
Good. Would you like me to give you the answer to that?
That would be. Yes, please.
Okay, the answer is the Strangers.
The Strangers.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's Peggy Lee, and Molly B was the other one I couldn't think of besides Sandra D. Okay. Anyway, here's a question for you then try not to be too nervous because one of our chintzy certificates and diplomas is hanging in the balance on this.
Okay.
You can either become very popular in your neighborhood down in Brockton, or you can become a really bum.
And especially when we make it out to hell in it, if you do it.
Okay.
Okay, the question is, what was the theme song for the Donnie and Marie show?
For the Donnie and Marie show? The theme song? Oh, my word. I never, ever followed Donnie and Marie at all.
Well, you didn't have to follow them. They were on the TV for a long time.
Never. I was far beyond that in age when they started to be popular, so I'm really sorry. I do not know.
Wow. Oh, I'm sorry, too. I'm sorry.
Maybe we should, because he was talking about the Bobby V era. Gosh, he must be as old as I am almost. Did you want one from like back in the 50s, rock and roll?
I'm sorry, Daryl. You're a nice, kindly person, but we've already asked the question.
Listen, I was over the hill when Donnie and Marie came along, so I'm sympathizing with
I'm racking my brain. How about if I give a wild guess?
Give a wild guess.
Okay.
What the heck?
I believe I'm a little bit country. I'm a little bit rock and roll.
Yeah. And how did that come to you, the tip of your tongue?
I'm just running through this great computer brain of mine.
Yeah, I'm sorry, though, because we already kind of closed the book on that. I'm sorry.
He never even gave a guess. Except he said, well, I'm not sure.
That's kind of wild, because you seemed to have no idea and then suddenly came up with it. I think you're an amazing person.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks for the call.
But you don't get a diploma.
Yeah, that's kind of funny, yeah. Anyway, 254
He didn't get a diploma, I don't believe.
No, I suppose we should. Should I have given him the diploma after all that?
Well, then maybe you're encouraging cheating, and we can't have
We'll send him Helen's
young
diploma.
listeners.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, here's
send
Al.
Helen his diploma.
Here's Al in Worcester. Hi, Al.
Hi, how you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, it's good. I want a rock question.
Right, here's a rock question for you. Don McLean released a song from the American Pie album that started out Starry, Starry Night. Can you name that song, and who is it about?
Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a little before my time.
A little before your time.
What?
Okay,
Yeah.
It was in the area of 1971, I think.
Yeah.
Mid 70s, late 80s is better for me.
Yeah. It was kind of an earful too. It was really kind of nice.
Yeah.
Oh well.
An earful.
Was not a bad.
No, we caught that. We caught that over here.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, Al.
Could I ask you guys one?
Well, you can anyway, but I'm afraid you've already lost. But not in our deep in our souls, because you're a winner with us every time. But ask us something anyway. We're curious as to what you're going to do.
What's the only Beatles song credited to all four Beatles?
Yes, you know my name?
No.
Oh. Thanks, Jack. Oh, sorry.
I guess nobody here knows.
No.
Nobody here knows that. What is the answer?
The song is Flying off the Magical Mystery Tour album.
Oh,
wow. It's credited to all four?
It's credited to all four. Lennon, McCartney, Harrison, Starr.
Okay,
excellent question.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's good. We must remember that and use that next time when you're not listening to answer it. Call us when you're not listening so we can use the question
I will do
and
that.
not credit you. Hey, thanks a million.
We got to give... No. Oh, yeah, he already lost.
No, I already lost.
I'm confused.
Yeah, that was just a curiosity kind of.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Al. Bye-bye now.
Lauren, let me just say, Jack, you just mentioned that title for that Beatles song, You Know My Name. That's such an odd song. It's not on any of the albums. It's on the B-side of what single,
Oh,
Jack?
I forget. I've got it at home, but I don't recall.
It's a really strange song. It's about 4 or 5 minutes long, and it's on the flip side, I think, Let It Be or something like that.
I think so, yeah.
Very strange song. It's kind of like a stream of consciousness song, and it just keeps on going and going.
And then it has the English gentleman at the end.
That's right, yeah.
That's the one that's the only one that wasn't accredited to any of the Beatles.
That's right. They deny ghostwriters. That's right. They deny any connection with it. Okay, let's go to Ohio. Pat is out in Ohio. Where are you in Ohio, Pat?
I'm in Middletown.
Hey, I live in Middleton.
Well...
Isn't that interesting?
Well, it is pretty interesting.
You don't think it's interesting at all. You're just trying to jolly me along. That's all you're saying.
Suck up, try to get one of these diplomas.
Okay, what category would you like?
Let's do rock and roll.
Okay, have you heard any questions out on the board?
Yeah, let's skip those.
Well. Okay. We'll go to the back of the file here.
Oh,
A doozy.
These things are getting tougher as the night goes on.
Okay, here's a good one for you. Madonna.
Oh.
There you go. He's off to a good start.
Was that a laugh of lust or just a laugh of...
Madonna has appeared in many movies. I have, in front of me, I have 6, with a possible 7 that I haven't got verified. 6 movies. This too? All right.
Yeah.
I just got it confirmed. It's 7. She's been in 7 movies. Can you name, how about just 2?
Madonna's been in 7 movies, and you want me to name 2?
Yeah.
She did one with Sean Penn.
Which was called?
A disaster.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Well, listen, guys, I'm drawing a blank on Madonna.
That's one.
Yeah.
Wait, let me switch ears.
How about the romance?
A League of Our Own, the new one?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, too.
And
just one more.
thing with Sean Penn, something China something.
Wow.
Oh, gosh. Geez, I'm going to strike out here, it looks like. But let me ask you a question.
That's so close.
Okay, I'm sorry that you didn't make it, but ask a question anyway.
All right, listen, guys. The Woodstock album.
Okay.
All right. Can you name the drummer who was received a Grammy for coming into the studio and adding a bass drum part in the post-production?
For the entire album?
Yeah, got a Grammy for coming in and beating on a bass drum.
What had happened? Never there.
Yeah, he performed there, but his band did not appear on that album. But he happened to be around the studio when they discovered that the cuts or cut anyway from 10 years after. The microphone failed on the bass drum, and so he dubbed it in the studio.
Ready for a guess? Keith Moon, The Who was there.
Yeah, it wasn't Keith Moon.
But they were on the album, right? Are they on the album?
Yeah.
Ginger Baker?
No.
How many guesses do we get?
You guys can go all night if you want.
No, I think we give up.
No,
Who would that have been?
His name was Corky Lang. He was the drummer in Mountain.
Oh.
now
Mississippi Queen.
Yeah, Mississippi Queen, that type of thing.
That thing, that only
he got a Grammy for that?
Yeah.
That's interesting. That must have been the only time that ever happened.
This is my only chance at a Grammy right now.
Yeah, a guy who's did not win in the original session, but came in to dub in a part because the original part just was washed
just
away
the bass
because
drum.
of bad technical problems.
The most creative kick in the industry.
Hey, that's interesting. Hey, Pat, thank you.
All right, you guys take care.
You too. Bye-bye now. That's Pat from way out in Ohio. We're going to Maryland now. Jody is down in Maryland. Hi, Jody.
Hi, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you. You're on WBZ in Boston. We're glad to have you with us.
Excellent.
You would like rock, I assume?
Yes. How'd you guess that?
I guess your voice didn't crack up with age.
I have a question.
Okay. You have a question, Tony? Okay.
Sure. When Billboard began its new scanning on the records to keep better track of what comes out and what's number one, what was the first record released with the new scanning procedures to reach number one?
Oh,
it entered at number one.
That's a tough one. I'll have to say Rope in the Wind by Garth Brooks.
No.
Okay.
Before that, actually.
Oh, okay. I don't get a second chance.
I'm sorry. I hate when you say it that way. I feel just so darn guilty.
I would, however, like to give you all a question, as has been the tradition all night.
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
This one can be classified either as rock or jazz.
This guy's got a copy of the rule book.
Okay.
Okay.
At least somebody does.
On the Getz Gilberto album.
Yes.
By Stan Getz and
Stan Getz and Astrid Gilberto.
Right.
Si.
Released in 1964.
Yes.
Who was the recording engineer who went on to become a very successful producer?
Well, that's interesting. I ought to. Do you know that one? Ed? I ought to know that because I've got just about all the stuff that they recorded together.
Is it Quincy Jones?
No, it's Phil Ramone.
Oh
Phil Ramone.
Wow. Oh,
Billy Joel's producer.
Right.
Okay. Hey, good. That's a good question.
Among others.
I was looking at the Stan Getz stuff today, as a matter of fact, with Astrid Gilberto, because I was dubbing some saxophone players and stuff, and he was one of them that I had picked.
Don't feel too bad, Jody. You were only one person with my question, but you stumped 6 people here, so.
I think I'm the only 25-year-old. Excuse me. I think I'm the only 25-year-old I know who has that album. Everybody else looks at The Girl from Ipanema as like a feelings type song, you know?
Oh, no.
No, I think it's much better than that. I mean, you got a great solo by Stan Getz. It has gotten a kind of a commercial feel because it's been played so often, but it's still a decent song and a decent version of it. And and Stan Getz will never be. Who did Feelings? Harry
Morris Albert.
Oh yeah, he's no Morris Albert. I knew Morris Albert.
What I mean is that it's one of those songs usually done by lounge lizards.
That's right.
No,
it sounds like on a cheesy organ. I mean, it just sounds
right.
I know. Feelings is more in the category. Yeah, that would be more of a song like My Melancholy Baby. That's another one that's by the Lounge Lizards. Hey, Jody, it's good to talk with you. I appreciate the call.
All right, have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye now.
Norm, we've been getting some great questions all night. We've been getting stumped, and people have been sharp on the answers, and
they have been, and we're getting calls from all over the place.
Just want to mark this occasion.
No one's winning. We're not winning. They're not winning.
Not lately, but we have had about 3 winners so far. Okay, let's go to Tracy, who's out in Worcester. Hi, Tracy.
Hi, how are you guys?
They're just fine, thank you.
Rock and roll?
Yeah. You want a new question?
Well, I'm still trying to rack my brain with that Madonna one. I have one title, but I can't come up with the second one, so I don't want to say it too.
Well, wait a minute. Now, one was already given.
Yeah.
Oh, so
if you come up with a second one, isn't that 2?
Girl?
I'd say 2.
Yeah, we would figure that's 2. So all you need is somebody mentioned a league of their own.
Okay.
So if you name one more, that's the 2.
Who's that girl?
There you go.
That one?
Who's That Girl? Correct.
Yeah,
And Dick Tracy was one also. She was in Dick Tracy also. Remember that?
Desperately
With
Seeking
Warren Beatty?
Susan.
Yeah,
Desperately Seeking Susan.
Shanghai Surprise. Oh, yeah. He was trying to get.
Also, The Romance of Lead Casings, which was an industrial film not too many people know about.
did you also have that down that documentary?
I have Truth or Dare and Vision Quest.
Yeah, that's when I was racking my brain listening to you guys trying to come up with that one.
Okay, now you can ask.
Rack no longer.
Okay,
because you passed the first hurdle. Now ask us a question. If we miss, then you've passed the second hurdle.
I really wanted that Jimmy Buffett one there, but this is a Jimmy Buffett question. About 2 years ago, he came out with a live album called Feeding Frenzy. What two cities was it recorded in? It was a live album.
Let's see. My answer doesn't count because I'm not up to date in this category. But I would guess offhand Findlay, Ohio, and Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Of course. Yeah. Maybe Methuen, Massachusetts.
Actually, I think it was an overseas recording from Tierra del Fuego.
No, it was here.
That's right.
It was here in the United States.
What a nice New Jersey.
Boston? Great
no,
Woods, Mansfield? No, they didn't do one there? Okay.
No.
Probably somewhere in Florida.
Yeah, I think Boca Raton or something like that.
No.
Dade County.
No.
We haven't named
you want me to give it to you?
We haven't named every city in the country yet.
I think you might as well give it to us. Yes.
Okay, it was Cincinnati, Ohio, and Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, yeah, sure. Well, that's the kind of thing you guys...
Those are two very
you
big,
guys ought to know that.
heritage,
I wonder if anybody's going to ask me where Tommy Dorsey recorded Getting Sentimental Over You. I'm in the same boat with you guys. That's really a tough one. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Now we're going to ask you a question. A final one for the certificate.
Okay.
Okay, the question is, who are Walter Becker and Donald Fagen better known as?
Daryl Hall and John Oates.
Wow.
Sorry, wrong. No.
Yeah,
Take that, Tracy.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a tough blow.
And that's funny. That's one of the few questions I could answer. And it's a great group that they've had through the years. Hey, thanks for calling, Tracy.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's take a break. We'll have some headlines and traffic.
Try Baby Gold Bond medicated powder. Now at drugstores and supermarkets everywhere. Use only as directed.
Okay, we're back with our panel. And we're having just about much fun. I wish you'd join us with this fun, really, because there's no reason we have to absorb all this stuff and have all this. Well, anyway.
Oh, what?
I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, Ric Duarte is our producer, Tony Nesbitt, and Ed Mullen, and Darryl Gould, Sarah Nathan, Jack Harte, Harry Needleman, Ross Pietro, all members of our panel. That's 963 to 1.
Of thousands.
Oh, thousands, yes, and everyone a gem in itself. Okay, 254-1030. We'll play the game right up until 2 o'clock. It's about 26 before 2 right now as we go to Jack in Natick. Hi, Jack. You're on WBZ.
Hi, Norm. You got the best show on radio.
Thank you very much. Since when? You'd say for all time, like since the beginning of broadcast history in the 20s?
Well, back to the 50s, anyway.
Okay, good enough.
I think I got a rash listening.
Did you get one under your arm?
Yeah, everywhere.
Okay, everywhere.
Can I take the McLean one? The Don McLean one?
Yeah, the question was...
yeah, Vincent Van Gogh.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Just to repeat the question for people just joining us.
Sorry.
Especially those in the Central Time Zone.
Don McLean released a song on the American Pie album that started Starry, Starry Night. Name the song and who is it about? And our caller has just done that. Now for the weather.
Now this isn't exactly rock and roll, but it's the 50s.
All right.
Can you name the two #1 songs that were on the same record by the Crew Cuts?
Oh, here we go.
Darryl Gould. This is Darryl Gould's territory, isn't it? What do you say, Gerald? Do you know the answer to that?
I know one of them.
Which one is that, Jack?
Well, I would think Shaboom would be one.
That's one.
Yeah. Jack, how come you didn't guess the other one? How come you guessed the same one? And the other one was also #1.
Yep.
The flip side.
Yep. Very unusual.
Boom shh.
Played backwards.
That's right. That's for anybody with dyslexia.
Yeah.
Do you know, I never had that record.
I have it.
I had it by the other group.
Oh, really? Then can you let us know?
So
if he stumps us, that's what we'll ask him. What was the other group?
Yeah.
But,
I think
you'll know it when I say it.
I think he's stumping us right now. What is the answer?
Earth Angel.
Earth Angel.
Wow.
That was the crew cut?
Wait a minute. I think you're wrong. I know it may have been on the flip side, but the big hit version of that was by the Penguins.
Yeah, but I think Billboard. I think it did reach number one. I really do. But you might be right. But
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think.
I tell you what, we're going to ask you a question.
All right.
A humdinger.
Anyhow.
Just to even things out a little bit.
Well, I put the powder on.
Didn't she sound like a cruel mother? Well, looks like she's got rug burns, but the kid doesn't complain.
Don't know what that means.
Give me something in the 50s.
Commercial of the beginning.
You want something from the 50s?
Yeah.
Okay, here comes Ed. Ed Mullen has a question for you. Ed?
Oh, wait a minute, Ed. How about our great twist question?
That's a good one. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. We all remember Chubby Checker doing the twist. That era?
Yeah.
Is that one good for you?
Yeah.
Okay. His was the big hit, but it wasn't the original. Who did the original? And it was a group or an individual and a group, as it goes, that was really big in the very early days of rock and roll, rhythm and blues in the mid-50s.
Did Billy Kyle play the piano on that with the John Kirby group?
No, he was arrested before then.
Oh, that's right. And they recorded it live in Cincinnati and Atlanta.
That's right. Maxine Sullivan was the vocalist, and the Andrews sisters did a cover record of it. Anyway, I guess you don't...
I'm going to take a guess and say someone like Eddie Cochran and someone, I don't know.
I'm sorry, Jack. Oh, I'm just so darn sorry.
That's terrible.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Am I overdoing that part?
Very much so.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for putting me in my place. Hey, thank you, Jack, for calling.
Good luck with the rash.
Okay. The one under his arms?
Yeah, his arms.
His arms. Let's go to Paul in Haverhill, or as Wendell Wilkie used to call it, hi, my friends in Haverhill.
Haverhill.
That's
Hi,
right.
Norm.
How you doing, Paul?
Good. Long-time listener, long-time fan.
Well, nice to hear from you. What category would you like?
Listen, on the big band, did anyone come up with the names of the four brothers?
Nobody did. Nobody even tried.
Oh, I'd like to take a shot at it.
Go right ahead. Take 3 out of 4. If you get 3 out of 4, it's
I'm
close
pretty
enough.
sure I can get 3 out of 4. I should be able to get all 4.
Okay.
Zoot Sims.
Right.
Al Cohn.
No.
Yes.
No, he was not one. I know what you think, and he did play with the Woody Herman Band, and a lot of people think he was one of the Four Brothers guys, but he was not.
He wasn't, really?
No, name a couple more, and you...
Serge Chaloff.
Serge Chaloff was one.
Sure. Stan Getz.
And Stan Getz was one.
Right.
The fourth one was Herbie Stewart, who nobody ever guesses that. But he was the fourth one. Al Cohn did play with the Woody Herman Band, and of course, he and Stan Getz did albums together and all of that. So that was a good guess. But he was not.
What was that name again?
He was not on the Four Brothers record. Herbie Stewart.
Herbie Stewart.
Herbie Stewart. Yeah, he played.
Wow, I get some misinformation along the way then.
Yeah, no, that's a common thing. For example, another common mistake about Woody Herman was people say they always say, here's Woody Woodrow Wilson Herman, and his middle name was Charles. It was not I don't know why I threw that in, just to show off a little bit.
Do you want to give it to him because he did get 3 out of 4?
No. You answered the question correctly. You got 3 out of 4, and that's right. So ask us one if you would now.
Okay, I have a good one. It's kind of a trivia type thing for you, Norm. I doubt if anyone else will get it.
Okay, I didn't get it myself, but we'll try.
Well, maybe. In the movie based on Benny Goodman's life.
Yes.
Benny Goodman's story. What brought it to mind, it was just on television here a couple of weeks ago. There was a scene, Carnegie Hall concert, which was, they gave it the Hollywood version, featuring Ziggy Yellman. The question is, who actually did the trumpet playing, for Ziggy Yellman in that movie? He did not play.
You mean a trumpet player did not actually play a trumpet?
Ziggy Elman did not do his own playing in that movie.
What, he lip sank or sang a trumpet, whatever you do with a trumpet.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? So who else?
A ghost trumpet player. So
Okay, so the song had to be and the Angels Sing.
That's right, which wasn't really in the concert anyway.
No, it really wasn't. No, Sing, Sing, Sing was one of the big things.
Apparently, Ziggy wasn't able to play.
Okay, that might have, maybe his career was pretty much over by that point or something.
It wasn't too long after that. If I recall, he died a year or so after that.
Yeah. Let's see now, who would have...
He was a famous trumpet player, well known in the big bands. I'll give you a clue.
Yeah.
He had a nickname that meant Grand Old Man of the Trumpet Section, because he played with just about every feature band around.
He had a nickname that meant that?
Yeah, they used to call him Gomots, Grand Old Man of the Trumpet Section. That's on the jackets of some of the albums he was featured on.
Yeah, I have no idea who that would be.
Oh, well, I'm sure you'll recognize him. The name is Manny Klein.
Oh, yeah, I know Manny Klein. Yeah.
He did the actual playing.
Yeah, no, I never would have guessed that in 1,000 years.
You know where I came across?
Because Manny is not a particularly well-known guy. He
was in musical circles, though.
No, yes, he was. He played in a lot of recording sessions. One of my favorite all-time albums is a thing called Tootie's Trumpets. Are you familiar with that album?
Yes.
Manny Klein is one of the trumpet players on that, and it's some great stuff on that album.
He did a tune called Louie on that, which was a tribute to Armstrong.
That's right.
Sure.
That's right, he did.
I have a record where he backs, you just mentioned it before, Helen Forrest.
Yeah. Okay, let's see now.
No, you have to give him one.
Oh, now we got to give you one final one.
Yep.
Okay. Let me give you something really hip, because you are what you call your basic
dislocated
hip person. Okay. Okay. Smoke Rings. Who used that as a theme song?
Oh.
Smoke Rings was the theme. It's kind of a song nobody would ever use as a theme anymore now that we're on an anti-smoking kick. Smoke Rings.
Yes.
Don't try to confuse him.
Glenn Gray.
Glenn Gray is right.
Hey, I'll win it.
Glenn Gray is
kind
right.
of a wild guess.
Yeah. No, it's a good guess. It's obviously it was just lying fallow in your subconscious. But that's so you better do something about that, for God's sakes. No, that's absolutely correct. Let me turn you over to Rick, and he'll take your name and address, and we'll get one of our swell diplomas to you.
Okay, Norm, a lot of fun.
Hey, a lot of fun. Where in Haverhill do you live, by the way, roughly?
Let's see if you're at all familiar with it.
Yeah, I am.
Right off Hilldale Avenue, Brook Street.
See, I know where the hill is, like Washington Street. I know Canosa Avenue.
It's not far from Lafayette Square.
Say, could you swing down?
Sure, right downtown.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you could swing down Route 110 and tell me if that accident is still there.
I heard the traffic report. That's 2 exits down from where I live.
Wow.
You live not far from the railroad station. Is that right? Is that Lafayette Square there, or am I got the wrong Lafayette Square?
No, that's Lafayette Square, but the railroad station is going down toward the main part of town.
Okay, is that near Canosa Avenue? Is that Lafayette Square? No.
I'll tell you what, let me check the map so we won't, because I have a feeling we're boring a whole lot of people. No. Now he gets to ask you one more Haverhill question, and if he stumps you, he wins another certificate. Okay.
You get the key
What's
to
the
Haverhill.
newest
Next home computer and monitor from Staples. The second runner-up will win 2 tickets to a Patriots home game. No purchase necessary. Contact the WBZ Radio Promotion Department for complete contest rules.
Okay, we're playing the dumb birthday game, and love to have you with us.
We're not playing the dumb birthday
I'm
game.
sorry. The microphone goes on it, and my mouth goes
Ladies and
automatically.
gentlemen, it's the dumb music game.
That's right. No, it's, or as Ed Mullen has named it,
the Wild Music Thang.
The Wild Music Thang. Okay. Jack in Framingham. How you doing, Jack?
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Everybody says hello to you,
A
Jack.
resounding hello.
Okay.
Just driving home. I'm not a regular listener. Maybe that's likely to change now.
I hope so.
This sounds great. I got to call these guys.
Good.
One, I already missed the Don McLean question. Did anybody, while I was absent, get the Donald Fagen question?
No, it's still open.
Nobody did? No.
It is still open.
Okay, well, Donald Fagen, Walter Becker, or Steely Dan?
That's right. Very good. Okay, now you get to ask us a question.
A question. Okay, actually, and when I was listening to you guys, gave me my question, too.
All right.
You were talking about the Beatles tune, You Know My Name?
Right.
Look up the number.
That's it.
Okay, the question is, there was another contemporary rock star that plays saxophone on that recording, and I wondered if anyone knew who that was.
I'm sorry, we still with Steely Dan? Oh, no.
No, Beatles.
Oh, the Beatles.
Okay.
Temporary rock star who plays saxophone on the
he plays
Beatles
sax
record.
on that recording.
On that particular recording.
Can I take a stab?
By all means, sure.
Just don't get caught. Oh, okay. Was it David Bowie?
Nope.
Oh. Thanks, Jack. Sorry.
No, that was a good guess.
Yeah.
He's a sax player.
Well, now, who? I guess we missed. So tell us the answer.
It was Brian Jones of the Rolling Stones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a nice question. Good question.
Yeah, very good.
Okay, we get to ask you one if you get the answer to this one. Jack, no, don't say, this is your chance to win a world-famous diploma, which people would kill for.
It'll go right up on my wall.
All right, here we go. You like this one? Justin Hayward sings lead vocals on almost all of the Moody Blues classic hits. He did not sing on their first hit, however. The first hit was in 1965, and the song was called Go Now. So who's that singer? He played guitar, too, obviously. Not obviously. He played guitar, too. He's more famous for his guitar work than his singing.
Justin Hayward.
Yeah.
Lodge?
No, he's another guy in the Moody Blues, but it's not the answer that I have here.
I'm sorry, you came very, very
Don't
close.
know it.
No. Good try, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks a lot for calling, Jack.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye now. Okay, here's John, who's in Bradford, which, as I recall, is also part of Haverhill. Why do you're like the guys who live in Magnolia who don't want to admit they live in Gloucester. And how you doing, John?
Good, thank you.
Good.
By the way, Lafayette Square, that's the one where General Lafayette, he's sitting on his horse, and the horse is rearing up. And the French are all upset because the horse's rear end is aimed towards the old French section of Lafayette.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's the story there.
Okay, thank you for a little bit of Haverhill lore.
Now that we have a leg up on that subject.
Yes, you do. It's a good thing I got back to the phone in a hurry because I was on the throne with the Queen at the time. do you
it's
people...
one of those two holders, huh?
Yeah.
We still have those out in the country.
Do you have something with a phone company that they get a kick? You get a kickback because you keep people on hold for half an hour.
I know it.
There's gotta be a.
No, it bothers me too because I don't really believe in giving them any more money than you have to. At least we don't have a 900 number and pretend that we're doing you a favor,
I started calling. I've been on hold way back since the answer you gave the question for Marvin Gaye's
Assassin.
Yeah.
Boy, that was in the early 40s.
Yeah.
What a phone bill.
Didn't anybody bother to say that his father's last name is not the same as Marvin Gaye's spelling?
No
one bothered to say that.
That wasn't part of the question. But what would you like another question? Would you like a new one, or do you?
You want to tell us how Marvin Gaye's father spells his name?
Has someone answered the one for Don McLean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Vincent?
Yes, someone got that Vincent Van Gogh right. Vincent. Yeah. We can ask you a fresh one, though. You ready?
Oh, all right. You'll kill me, I know.
I'll give it a try. Here we go. Right. The question is in the Marty Robbins song called El Paso. The whole song is about a beautiful woman. And the question is, what is the beautiful woman's name?
Baskin.
I don't even know the
Baskin Robbins?
Yeah.
No, it was not Baskin Robbins.
No. I didn't even know the song.
El Paso?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I knew you'd get me.
Okay.
We knew also.
No, we were, sort of.
Oh, okay.
Hey, John, thanks for calling. Appreciate hearing from you. Okay, 254-1030 as we go to Mary Ann, who's in Philadelphia.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, it's this Mary Ann.
The cute one.
That's right. Mary Ann is from Philly. We call it Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Philly, okay.
Philadelphia.
What category would you like, Mary Ann?
Well, somebody didn't answer that. Hank Ballard.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, Mary Ann.
Okay, that
You're
was
older than you sound. That's the original twist.
The Chubby Checkers did later, but this guy did it before him. Okay, ask the panel a question now, Mary Ann.
Okay. I just tuned in about one. Now, did anyone, or have you asked, or have you answered? Marvin Gaye recorded songs with 4 women. Name them.
Wow. Good question.
I know
And I'll give you a big clue.
Okay.
2 are dead.
So get that cemetery list over here. Kim Weston,
Yeah.
Tammy Terrell.
Jack knows one.
I think it was Tammy Terrell that I was going.
Oh, sorry. Is there Gail somebody?
Is there a Mary Wells?
Yeah.
Wow. We wanted to get all 4. 3 out of 4
I
isn't
do say
good
he's
enough.
an old guy. Doesn't know his
no,
stuff.
I have to be honest. Ric Duarte just told me on my earphones. And Diana Ross.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
No,
well, Rick is part of the panel.
Nobody said we had to keep the panel down under 250 people.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, I'm sorry, Mary Ann.
That's okay. And what I want to quickly you never answered that question from last time. Who was seen drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's?
Was that right? Was that the last time we
From
played
last
this?
time we played, that question's still open.
Werewolf of London, right?
That's right.
Who?
Yeah, but who was it? There was
Well, it was kind of a tongue-in-cheek question asking who was seen drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's, and the answer is Werewolves of London by Warren Zevon. So that was the answer.
Isn't it Lon Chaney?
I don't even know the song.
Werewolves of London?
Yeah.
Lon Chaney. Shall we sing that?
Drinking.
No.
Oh, hey, Mary Ann.
Hey, take care. Enjoy your night.
Oh, you too.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for calling. Bye-bye now. She's a cutie. Bob in Peabody. Hi, Bob.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, thanks.
I think I got the Moody Blues answer.
Moody Blues answer. The question was, who sung Go Now, the first hit for the Moody Blues?
Would the guy's name be Roy Thomas?
I don't have Roy Thomas. No, I don't have that for the name.
No. How about on the Cantina thing? Rosa's Cantina?
Oh, the question you asked is in the
Marty
song
Robbins?
El Paso by Marty Robbins. Who's the girl? And that answer is wrong also.
That's 2 down. Want to go for 3 and we can send you back to the dugout?
I used to what the hell? You know, give me one off the board.
No, I'm sorry, Bob. Hey, thanks for calling. No, we don't keep giving you questions till you answer one. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. I mean, we've been paid under the table to do that in the case of, people bribe us enough, maybe. Anyway,
I just happened to think of what he was. It was Rose's Cantina where that song took place.
Yeah.
El Paso, Marty Robbins' El Paso.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the name of the girl that he fell in love with there.
Right.
That's what we're looking for.
Right.
But he was on the track. It was Rose's Cantina.
Right. Hey, you were on the track, big guy.
Yeah.
Jerry in Illinois. Hey, where in Illinois are you, Jerry?
Batavia.
Batavia. That's nice to hear from you.
Yeah, a little further west of Haverhill.
That's where Rose's Cantina
one of the
used to be.
questions that one of your callers posed. What 3 songs are credited to the Beatles? And there were actually 3.
Oh, wow.
From the Let It Be album, there was Maggie May and Dig It, so that's a total of 3.
What?
I'd like to take a stab at the Moody Blues question, though.
Okay.
Was that Denny Lane?
Yeah.
Denny Lane is right. Later on, the guitars for Wings and Paul McCartney and Wings.
Oh,
That's why
great.
it's kind of unusual. Good work.
Denny Lane.
Well, I've got a question. What Hollywood actress was briefly married to the lead singer of the Jay Giles band?
Oh, I know that. Faye Dunaway.
Oh, you got it.
They're from Boston. We know that.
That's right. That's Sarah Nathan who answered that question. Hey, thanks very, very much. It's good to hear from you.
Tom. Great show.
Appreciate the call all the way from Batavia, Illinois.
All right. See you later. Bye.
Bye-bye,
Like
Jerry.
those parents get that bill.
No, actually, the rates are about at their lowest right now.
No, it's great to be young.
You make one phone call to one of those 900 numbers, and it costs you $700,000.
Oh, I can tell you stories about those 900. My charge bill. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I didn't even like what she said. Marion in Lexington. Hi, Marion.
Oh, hi. I like to have a big band question, and I'm not creaking with age either.
I know you're not. I just made that up. I know, said that. Okay. The Moon Maids, a vocal group, sang with what band?
Oh,
the
God.
Moon Maids.
I knew all the other answers, but I don't know who the Moon Maids were.
When you think about it, though,
Not Kay Kaiser.
No, a lot of people are guessing Kay Kaiser for everything. And he had a very popular band. No, it was not Kay Kaiser. I'm sorry. I'm just so darn sorry. What were you going to ask me?
Who was the famous girl singer that sang with a famous band, and she was in love with him, and she later wrote a book about him?
I know Ivy Edison was in love with Duke Ellington. There
were a lot of cases, but this one wrote a special book about it.
I don't. Tell me, do you know the answer, Sarah?
I do. Sarah.
You tell me then, Mary. Who was that?
It was Harry James and Helen Forrest.
And Helen Forrest wrote. I didn't realize that she had a thing for Harry James.
Oh yes, and she wrote a book called "I Had a Dream."
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, she was. One night she was on a special show, and she said we had such a love affair going, and she said only the people in the band knew it. And
son of a gun. I'm sorry you didn't get the first question because I wouldn't have gotten the second one.
That's right. Now I had another question. I called you last Saturday night looking for that song called "The Man and His Dream." And someone told me that a man had called and said he had the record.
That's correct.
Anything I can do about it?
Yes, send me a note, okay, and I'll give you the information.
That'd be wonderful.
Just send me a note, and I'll send you all the details. He wants you to call him and everything. I want to take one more.
Wonderful.
One more person. Bye, Marion. Just want to get this last person. Joan of Melrose. Hi, Joan.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, thanks.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I'll take a new question. I just happened to wake up
and
heard you guys talking.
What category? Big band, jazz, or rock?
Rock.
Okay.
Okay, the question is the song "Leaving on a Jet Plane."
Leaving on a jet plane?
All right.
Yeah?
You got that one right. You got the question right. The question is who wrote that song? It's sung by Peter, Paul, and Mary. Who wrote that song?
Two more O's and you win the door prize.
Joplin?
Are you thinking of Janis Joplin?
Yes.
Sorry, you're wrong. I didn't mean to lead you down the wrong track. I was just sounded like you were saying that.
Yeah, no,
Joan, I'm sorry. Let me just ask you a question real fast.
Very quickly, because we have news coming up.
Okay. Who sang Puppy Love?
Paul Anka.
No.
Who was it?
Johnny Osmond.
Paul Anka sang it first, though.
Hey, Joan, I got to get going, and I'm going to thank all of you.
You're welcome.
Thank you over there, Jack.
Thank you.
And Daryl Gould, and Ed Mullen, and Tony Nesbitt, Sarah Nathan, all of you, and myself, Norm Nathan, and his RC Blue.
Bird Recording Orchestra. I'll finish that for you, big guy. This was a great find, pulled from the Ed Mullen shoebox of memories. Thank you, Mr. Ed. Oh, and if you see my sister from another mister, Sonia Nathan, wish her a happy birthday. Check out the links in the description box to support the show. Closing the vault and leaving this world a little sillier than we found it. For Loving Sweethearts, Rules, Slow Starts, the Bellingham Square Garbage Run, the Hilltop Steakhouse, Tommy Heinsohn, Knowing It, but Not Thinking of It, the Old TikTok, Downtown Kennesaw, Michigan, Turning the Radio Down, Untying Your Shoelaces, Left-Handed Violin Players, CB Radios, Convoys, Truck Drivers, and Rah 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 Sis Boom Ba. Not explaining your own questions very well, Optical Illusions, Quincy Certificates of Award, the College of Musical Knowledge, not accredited, Jason Voorhees, Apple Blossom Time, the Pan-Tan Diket, Harry Needleman, Those Cool Limpid Green Eyes, Avon Calling, Bobby V, Sandra D, Peggy Lee, and Molly B. Catching an Earful, Late Game Confusion, The Romance of Lead Castings, Ross Pietro, Radio Rashes, Boom Shh. Now, was this Tootie's Trumpets? Tootie's Trumpets? I can't remember. Lying Fallow in Your Subconscious, Not Playing the Dumb Birthday Game, Lafayette Square in Haverhill, Mass. Kay Kaiser for Everything. After a tough Doris day, there's nothing like a relaxing Gladys Knight. Ric Duarte, the nice, kindly Darrell Gould. Ed Taskmaster Mullen, Jack Harte, Sarah Nathan, and the man who'd never forget that Billy Kyle played piano in the John Kirby Band, Norm Ra-da-da-dee-diddly-doo-boo-da, Nathan. I'm Tony Show-Off Nesbitt.
Oh.